Louisiana beer reviews. Bud Light Chelada Fuego, made with Clamato from Mott's. So this is using Clamato under license from Mott's. I believe they're in Texas. Bud Light Chelada Fuego is the perfect balance, according to them, of crisp Bud Light, authentic Clamato, and a fiery combination of spice and heat of roasted peppers. Enjoy this extra spicy chelada that is still surprisingly refreshing. Now the can is sort of beat up. I bought this at the local Shell gas station, which I could almost see from out that window. It's like literally there. I saw it. I said, oh, okay, it's $2.99 plus tax. Not cheap, but Bud Light 25-ounce cans of all sorts are not cheap. They're showing jalapenos and other peppers in this margarita glass being splashed. Natural flavors and certified colors. So we have natural flavoring and we have food coloring. So anyway, 284th day of 2020. $178 calories per 12 ounces. Yeah, something about 178 calories and 4.2% alcohol doesn't translate to light beer to me. Even 4.2, that's regular Bud Light. Is that really light? What is Bud Light? 110 calories? That's light, but the alcohol level isn't so light. Anyway, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Do not shake. You're supposed to invert the can. It's in Spanish. Oh, rotate gently to mix. Invierta un par de veces antes de servir, which means invert invert the vessel before you serve it. That's what that means. Do this before you serve it. Okay. Anyway, it's new. 2020 introduction. Fuego. The regular Bud Light Clamato Chelada, which is more than 178 calories. They have the picante, the spicy. So let's check this out. I'd like to do a dual review with somebody like my friend David, but he probably wouldn't want to. And on the website, Tap Into Your Beer. This is not listed on the Bud Light website. Check today. It's on Tap Into Your Beer, the mainframe Anheuser-Busch website for their brands. But they were saying it contains shellfish, clam broth. So don't you want to drink a beer with tomato juice, food coloring, natural spicy flavors, and dehydrated clam substances? It's going to fizz right away, and you're going to have that salt rim margarita type thing. Oh yeah, it is so red from the virtue of the food coloring, more than likely, and it's opaque. You can't see through it. I never buy these things to drink. I only buy them for reviews, okay? I just do not regularly drink these things because I find they're so heavy. It's like eating a beer. It's like cold soup. But I like cold soup. It's like tomato soup. Salty, you know. I like tomato soup. So, but anyway, it smells like Great Value tomato soup. Or Campbell's. Or Progresso. But along those lines, I guess I like the Progresso the most. They have the tomato bisque, I think. It's spicy in the nose. It smells like a hot sauce, hot peppers, and clam broth. So cheers to the seafood. I remember going to the beach in Grand Isle, Louisiana at the Gulf Coast with thousands of clams on the beach. Little white clams full of the clam meat. But you didn't eat them because it'd be full of sand. But they got clams around here, mostly oysters, of course. Ooh, that's spicy. And it's very carbonated. It's spicy. It's carbonated. It's tomato-y. I would like to put onions in it. And celery, perhaps. And asparagus. And a green olive with pimento. All of these things. But I'm not going to. It's just spicy, tomato-ish. As far as the seafood, the clam broth, you just don't taste it. Now, some of these products, it'll be overriding clam taste. And what was the one I had from Mexico? It was fine. I didn't mind it, but it was so strong on the clam broth. I said, oh, it's the soul. S-O-L, sol, the sun. I said, it smelled like where they were cleaning the fish down at the Gulf, Grand Isle. Like a bunch of, it smelled like fish scales. I don't know about that one, but this one doesn't have that. It's just spicy tomato juice, really. Pepper, chili powder, sort of type thing. Fuego. Now, if you're thinking, I couldn't drink it, it's going to be so peppery hot. I can't take hot things. That's just on the label. I don't know what they're talking about. But maybe they didn't want to call it spicy. Because it's spicy, but it's not heat spice. You understand? Well, maybe there's a little. I'm so, what you say, adjusted to it. That could be a factor. But to me, I don't even think people that are not used to hot sauce would. I keep backtracking because in the back of my throat now, I'm starting to pick up some pretty spicy hot. And I'm forever going to churches and Popeyes getting the spicy and using all kind of hot sauce. But I just don't think it's spicy. I don't know. I could be so terribly wrong. Maybe people that aren't used to, like my father would say, oh, I'm on fire. I'd say, really? I know people from Central America think everything is spicy. Oh, that's too hot. I can't eat it. I'm like, you're from Managua. And he said, people down and they don't eat all that spicy stuff. No, he wasn't from Managua. He was kind of from it, but he was mostly from the country. But he said, they don't eat all that spicy stuff down there. It's just like a popular legend. That's what he told me. All right. But honestly, this is very well balanced. Is it the best? But is it? I can't say it's better than the Budweiser Picante because it's really nice. Been years since I had it. But is this the best of the Bud Light Clamato collaboration series? Yes. Now the Limón y Sol, the original Bud Light Clamato Chelada, is very good. I think there's some other variants. There's the mango, which I believe is the Budweiser, the mango. But oh yeah, they're getting their game back on because that kind of went moribund for a while. Kind of went silent. But I think Bud Light, that division of the company, said we're revitalize this Clamato thing, man. It's always been popular, but we're gonna make it even more popular. So they came out swinging in late 2020 with this. I see the little clam chunks. Could be tomato chunks too. Pulp. It's just really salty. The ultimate. You say you're having trouble with this one. I'm having trouble with it, which is a good thing because that means it's more complex than I expected. So it's more difficult to address. Yeah, I mean it's really fiery. Not with heat though. Fiery with spice elaboration, so to speak. It has the tomato, so it's very similar to tomato soup, but cold. Tomatoes, the beer flavor isn't really coming through. It's being masked by all these other things, which is fine because the beer is the base. Oh man, it's coming alive the more I drink it. It is building in the heat though, I guess. So I don't know, forget it. If you don't like hot stuff, forget it. You're gonna think it's so hot. So, but for people that don't like the spicy hot, I'm not putting them down. You can get the regular Bud Light Clamato, and it's mild, and you would like it, assuming you like tomato juice and beer. And clam broth. I think they put lime in this. It's not profound like the limon, the green label one. Oh man, there is a video review already posted. I want to watch it. They really just, it's fantastico. It's great. They just got it going on with this one. I think that it's better with Bud Light because it's not so heavy. With the Budweiser, it's so heavy. But I love them, of course. But they just, if you feel like you're getting fat while you're eating it, you're really eating it more than drinking it. I knew a guy, I know him still, but he used to drink these all the time. Boy, he was getting fat. I'm not saying it was mainly because of this, but this certainly didn't detract from it. Oh man, this thing is just super deluxe. And I don't overplay things. I'm telling you the truth. It's super deluxe. They just nailed it. And I don't say that too much about Anheuser-Busch. I usually say stuff like, yeah, it's pretty good. They did a good job with it. And those type of things. But I just think they nailed this one. They got serious with it. Fuego. It's a funny looking label. It's sort of old school. Like brings me back to like 2003, But it's fine. Oh yeah. This score is going to be oh so high. Oh so very high. We do craft beers 20 days a week. You know what I mean? 26 hours a day. And they're flavored with the cocoa and the fudge and the artificially flavored fudge coffee from Michigan. And this and that and the other thing. And they're wonderful and they're very expensive. But this goes to show you that American mass-produced companies can put out a dynamite product that rivals the craft beers, honestly. Because it's the same concept, flavored beer. I mean, I don't see why that's too difficult to understand. So, oh man, I just can't get over it. Like my father would say, that beer, he uses terminology that's comical. You got swashbuckled by that beer. Yeah, Daddy, I got swashbuckled by this beer. It is really something. I gotta let my friend David try it now. It's a high medium body, but it's like perfectly balanced with the beer. It's a sweet tomato-ish finish. I'd love to see it without the food coloring, though. It'd probably be gray, you know, you'd be disgusting to look at, but, or a very light pink. Because, well, the Clamato, that's where the food coloring is coming from. I'm thinking, the Clamato. But, oh, man. On point. On point, Anheuser-Busch InBev. On point. Wow. This is no joke. This is not a drill. Oh. We're going 97 out of 100. 9.7 out of 10. I am not joking. That's how they just hit the nail on the head with this one. I thought, I'm going to do this tomato beer. I'll get through it, you know. But I'm just like thrown for a loop. Thrown for a loop. Great beer. So, Les Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous 2020, late 2020 intro from Anheuser-Busch InBev. Every time, I don't know. Anyway, I always say they just kind of like, they amaze me in some ways. Usually good, sometimes bad, but they amaze me. Ooh, that burned. All right, anyway, sorry for that. Anyway, so Les Bon Temps Relais, I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Southeastern Louisiana.